books. Okay, Zahin, are you there? Zahin, please come in. Zahin, we are waiting for you. We're going to start. We are going to revise today. So if you are left behind, I apologize. Okay. No, we won't go to Mahabodhi yet. In fact, I took this from two books. So let me see. Can you try question number 4 first? You all have done this. I think you have done this. We probably have done this. You try question 4 and question 5. Farish, have you seen this? Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay. Don't worry, Farish. Okay. Now you ask yourself, what are they asking you to find? They're asking you to find the speed. Okay. Now, the rest you start doing. The rest you don't need to listen to my explanation. Only for Farish. Okay. Now remember the formula is D, S, T. You want to find speed, Farish. What is the formula? What is the formula? You cover speed is distance over, Farish, distance over time. So you find out what's the distance? Farish, tell me what's the distance? What's the distance traveled? In 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you see the screen? He drove 256 km. This is the distance traveled. So D is 256 km. What's the time taken for this, Farish? What's the time taken for this?
4 hours.
4 hours, good. Time is 4 hours. So just take 256 divided by 4 and then you get your speed. So anyone, the answer? Akil, you got answer, Akil? Zahin? I know you have done this. I'm revising to give you some SA2 questions. So this is the third lesson on speed. So inshallah, you all should be quite okay. So 256 divided by 4, you will get how much? Anyone? 60, let me see. 64 km. Okay, is it what's the unit? Is it hour or km? Anyone? Okay, someone have sent me so Farish, you can km. Km is distance. They want speed, Speed must have two things. Remember, speed must have two the units.
km/hour.
Yes, km/hour. You see, this means in 1 hour, Farish. He's traveling 64 km in 1 hour. 64 km in 1 hour. So this is the speed. Speed is given like that. Distance is measured in km, meters, whatever, time in hours. So we try question number 5, please. Question number 5. Let me just clear the screen and go. Okay. And later you try question number 6. All of this you can use calculators. You can use calculators and then send me answers through the chat. Farish, you know what's the chat? Okay, good. You try. You remember the formula and then we'll go. Just be wary, there's a point of caution here. Remember, this is in km per hour. You might be measuring in minutes. Remember, you have to change to the same unit. Yeah. Okay. Anybody. Send by the message. Yeah. Putri. Is it difficult? No, right? Is it easy for you now? Where's Akil? Not Akil, sir. It's Ilhan. Okay, I'm just giving some clues. Those of you who need a clue. So Farish, you might find it a little bit challenging. You are just jumping into the sea of speed, but you have not done speed before, so it's going to be a little bit uphill. Oh, but the rest, Akil, don't cry, Akil. Come on, Akil, come, you can do it. I'm not crying. Come on, Zahin, before your brother beat you up again. Before adik pukul you. Farish can do that, Farish.
I still
No.
stuck.
No problem. Okay, so I'm going to go through. Maybe the rest are stuck also. Now, what are we? I'm going to ask Farish because he's new, and then so the rest of you, okay, you can follow lah. What are they asking you, Farish? Are they asking you for distance, speed, or time?
Distance.
Distance. Good. Just let me check one of them. Well, Carissa has given the answer. Let us see whether she's correct in a moment. So, Carissa, I don't think it's possible. In 1 hour, she can travel 16 km. Is this more than 1 hour or less than 1 hour?
Less.
Less than 1 hour, so must be less than 16. So now, okay, do you want to find the distance? What is the Farish? What's the formula for distance? What's the formula for distance? There you have ST. ST means what? Speed times.
Speed and time.
No, speed times time. It's either you divide or time. So when it's on a straight level, it's speed times time. So down here, speed times time. Now, do we have speed? Yes, we have speed. Speed is 16 km per hour. Now we got to times the time, but the time got to be in hours. You cannot put 45 minutes here. This from here to here is 45 minutes. If you put it 45 like that, it means 45 hours. That's why you have ribu. Putri, you get ribuan. Why you have put 45 minutes, guys, Putri? Or you put more than 45. So you must change this to hours lah. How many hours?
I put more than 45.
More than 45 cannot lah. Cannot. You must, how many hours is it? See, I don't know how many hours. Okay. Change it up from 9:45 to 10:30 is 45 minutes. 45 minutes, how many hours is it you can change? How do you change? You divide it by 60. How to change? Put 45 over 60. And what do you get? You get 3/4. 3/4. When you reduce
0.75.
0.75 also can, okay, you can use calculator 0.75 or 3/4. You times you will get what? 12 km. So you ask us, does it make sense now? Yes, he traveled less than 1 hour, 12 km. But let's say now you say 1,600 km, cannot lah. 1,600, 1 hour, how many 100 hours you got to travel? So you got to use your mind, and see, is it logical or not? Mathematics, remember, is dealing with your mind. Is how smart, intelligent you want to be, your strategy. So we move on to the next one. Farish, okay, Farish? Are you okay? You understand the explanation? Yes, we move on to the next one, okay? I'm just clearing the screen. Zahin, are you okay now, Zahin? Did you send me an answer? I'm busy fighting my brother. Don't do that, Zahin. Give him a chance. Never mind, he punched you once or twice, okay? He punched me every day. Okay, come, you try. So we're going to ask again, Mr. Farish, what are you searching for down here in your question?
Time.
Time. So you know what's the formula for time? You tell me now. What's the formula for time?
Distance divided by speed.
Wow, this is your first lesson. You can do that. Congratulations. So just do that. Distance divided by speed. Okay, please. And carry on, please. Let us see. We have a... Congratulations, Zahin. Well done. 2 points for you. Is it easy for you, Zahin? Easy, yeah? Okay, I'm trying to reduce this so that those who have completed can move on. Well done, Akil. Congratulations. We're waiting for Putri and Farish and Mr. Ilhan. Putri, can I, Putri? Ilhan, you okay?
Ready.
Oh, you have done already. You sent me an answer already. Well done, Putri. So we are waiting for Farish and okay, Farish, you know how to do? What is your working like? Tell me now, Farish, what's the distance here?
The distance is 420 kilometers.
Okay, divided by speed?
84 kilometers per hour.
Okay, you don't need to put unit, just like that, and then you get 5 hours. That's the answer. All right. So we move on. So notice your units must be right. Okay, we move on now. Okay, I'm going to pick something that is okay. You figure out this, all of you, you need to draw. You may need to draw. Soon I'll give you a prelim question right after this. Have we done this before? Yes, sir. Okay, never mind. We revise first. I need you to remember because most of the time students cannot remember. Be careful. If you say you have done it before, you cannot do it, that means something is quite right. Clue number one, Miss Putri. Unit must be the same for time. What is the unit we're going to use, Putri? Is it going to be minute or hour or seconds?
Hour.
Hour, yes. How do we know? You look at the speed. The speed is measured in hour. So make sure you use hours. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Send your answers. I'll come back just in a moment, please. Okay, let's see. Wow, let's see. What's your unit? First of all, Putri, you ask yourself, do you think it's possible? Again, do you use 30 hours or 30 minutes? Then I just ask you, you say hour.
30 minutes.
Yeah, then this one is in hour, You must change the minute to hour. That's why I ask you, is it an hour or minute? Because remember, formulas do not have minds. They will not change for you, the units. Farish, okay, Farish? Now you may need to draw something. Zahin, okay na Zahin? You are looking very static, Zahin. Zahin, are you all right, Zahin? Zahin, cannot hear me. Mr. Zahin. Zahin, are you okay? Are you okay not? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. I see you look macam stone like that. Okay, possible. That's more possible, Putri. Let us see. But the answer is in not correct. You have to draw this, You have to draw this. So this point X equals to point Y. Oh, too far lah, Farish. You use 30 hours or 30 minutes? Do you use 25 hours or 25? So now he is running from point X to point Y. What's the speed? The speed is 15 km in 1 hour. So let us find the distance traveled here because they want you to find the distance from here to here. So let us find X to Y first. And what's the distance traveled? 30 minutes. 30 minutes is not 30 hours, you must change it to hours. This is half an hour. Half, 0.5. So now what's the formula for distance? Distance equals to speed times time. Distance equals to speed times time. Speed times time. So speed is how many? 15 km per hour, right? Times time. Time is half. So when you times it, you get 7.5 hours. Half of 15 is 7.5 km, sorry. So this from X to Y is 7.5 km. Not hundreds, not thousands. It's a short logical lah, because he's running. What? Do you think in less than 1 hour he can run 750 km? You think it's possible? 750 km is like from Singapore to KL and back, you know. It's very far. Now what's about the next one? The next one from Y to Z. Does he have a speed down there? Yeah, his speed is 12 km per hour. So okay, down here is 12 km per hour. Okay, and then what about the time? The time is 25 minutes, but I say, but some of you may say, but I do not know how to change it to hour. Very simple, just divide by 60. 25 divided by 60. What do you get? Oh, just a moment. 25 divided by 60. This is hours, right? So you divide by 5, you get 5. You divide by 5, you get 12. It's 12 hours. Formula for distance is speed times time. So speed is 12 times, not 25, but 5 over 12. So what do you get? Cancel 1, cancel 1. 1 times 5 is 5 km. So the distance from Y to Z is 5 km. The distance from X to Y is 7.5 km. What is the distance from X to Z? X to Z is this plus this. 7.5 plus 5, you get 12.5 km. And this is logical, you know. Why logical? Because in 1 hour, he can travel only 15 km. Or down here in 1 hour, 12 km. Now, how long did he jog? Did he jog more than 1 hour? 30 minutes plus 25 minutes is 55 minutes. 55 minutes is not even 1 hour. Can you see now? So your answer cannot be hundreds of km. You got to ask yourself, he's a human being, right? When he ran, it was less than 15 km. So the answer is 12.5. Anyone needs a further explanation? Let me see. Farish, okay? Are you okay, Farish? Not okay. Okay. Akil, are you okay? Zahin, okay? Putri, okay?
Okay, Cha.
Ilhan, okay? Okay, Farish, which part you're not clear? Which part?
The from Y to Z.
From Y to Z. Okay, now this if you look at the speed, is in hour. When you use the formula speed times time, you must give the speed in km per hour. You must give the time in hour. You cannot give the time in minutes. The time he took is 25 minutes. You must change it to hour. How to change to hour? 25 divided by 60. You divide by 5, you get 5. You divide by 5, you get 12. 5 over 12 hours. So 25 minutes is 5 over 12 hours. Formula speed times time. What's the speed? Speed is 12 km per hour times the time. 5 over 12. Cancel the 12. Left with 5 is 5 km. How? Okay, if you need more time, this thing is being recorded. You can watch the video. Okay, I'll give you the link later. You can watch the video. Okay, but more or less, for you it takes time because you are just starting on this journey. Yeah. Okay, let me see. This one I think we have also done, but I'm going to show you now the question from this one. This is now from one of the exam papers. Okay. 1 minute more, 1 minute more. Okay, this one you don't need actually to use the formula lah. It's a speed question, but you don't actually need to use the formula. So some say 30 minutes, some say 75 minutes, some say 90 minutes. Okay, this one actually you can solve without using. Okay. What about Farish? Farish, can?
I need 1 more minute.
1 more minute. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, the rest thing through. What does it mean to increase the speed by 50%? Okay, so let us see. So 2% says 75. Now, down here now, they want to find what was the total time spent. So he went from, let's say, from one part to another part. I draw for you, okay? He went from here to there. And then after that, he came back. Let's see, in another color. Came back. The first time he took 45 minutes. Okay, I'm going to show you his speed increased by 50%. When the speed increased by 50%, that means here I can divide it into parts. 100%, let's say, is like that. 50% is half of it. So when your speed increased by 50%, you are going to get half more. So I'm going to divide into 3 parts here. Can you see 3 parts? 1, 2, 3. This is 100%. Okay, this is like 60 km. Okay. Let's say now he increased the speed by 50%. In 45 minutes, he can travel 90 km. All right, another 30 km more. Because it's 50%, 15% extra. 50% extra. So he can travel half more. 50%, must remember, those of you who've forgotten, percentage is actually a fraction with a base of 100. So it's 50 over 100. 50 over 100, if you reduce it further, you can cancel down here. You get 1 over 2 is half. So he can travel half more of this. Okay? Or now how do I, or this 45 minutes now, we can divide it into 3 parts. Okay, we can divide it into 3 parts. So down here now, instead of putting the distance now, I am now going to divide 45 minutes to 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and 15 minutes. Okay, this one might be a little bit confusing, but we try this. Okay, we try this. Okay, do not know. Looking at your concentration, you might not be able to get it. Let's see. So now he traveled now. Down here, see, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. So for this guy, when on the way back, he's traveling 50% faster. It's like taking 2 parts only. He's only taking 30 minutes. Okay, I tell you what, this one, we will, so 30 minutes, okay, I just complete this. 45 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 75 minutes here. Okay, I will come back to this question later, remind me, because you seem a little bit confused. Once you're confused, I need to relook. Never mind, we go to practice mode again. Let me try. Okay, now here. Okay, this one we may have done much earlier. Sorry. Okay, we try this one first. Question number 1. Oh, too big lah. Putri, you're using minutes again. You see it's hour here, Putri. You got to be careful. You must put in as hour. So half an hour. Don't change it to minutes. Unless down here is minutes, then you change to minutes. Zahin, congratulations, Zahin. Well done. Zahin, you can move on to the next one, Zahin. Okay, you try the next one. Putri, correct. Well done. So Akil, they're asking for distance, Akil. All right, now those of you who are struggling, I want that thing. Farish, you okay? Farish, you seem to be. Are you okay? No, okay. Come here we go. Okay, Farish, you do with me. Now we want to find total distance, correct? So there's two. Let's say two places it's going to, because there's two different speeds. You travel for half an hour here. So half an hour, you know, Farish, this is time, right? And the speed is 80 km per hour. No, 80 km per hour. No, you can find what? You can find distance. The formula for distance is speed times time. Okay, if you've forgotten, speed times time, remember you just draw the triangle, DST. Okay, distance is the same as speed times time. So here you go, take 80 times half. 80 times half means 80 divided by 2. Or what is half of 80? Is 40. So the first part of the journey is 40 km. Are you okay with that, Farish? The next one now, he's traveling at 70 km per hour. The speed is now 70 km per hour. And then it's also half an hour. So at the same thing, half of 70 is 35. So second part is 35 km. You plus together, you get 75 km. Are we okay? Ilhan okay? All okay, yeah? So you must use this formula. You must be able to understand this. Now I'm going to go back to the question just now first. I'm going to go back to the question just now because just now I felt I was losing you. So now I'm going to use what I taught you. Remember in the early question, he says that this guy, he traveled to one place 60 km in 45 minutes. When he went back, traveled back, he traveled 50% faster. So let us find his speed first. What is his speed? Well, speed, what's the formula for speed? Is distance divided by time. If you cannot remember, we put distance, time, speed. You want to find speed? Distance over time. So distance is 60 km over 45. You will get 1 1/3 km. This one is per minute. We are calculating km per minute. Now, they said that he traveled 50% faster. So this is 100%. Actually, this speed is 100%. 50% faster is 150%. So how to find 150%? Take 150 over 100 times 1 1/3. 1 1/3 I change is 4 over 3. Okay, you will get 2 km per hour. Okay, maybe I better show it to you. Divide by 4, you get 25. Divide by 4, you get 1. Divide by 3, you get 30. Divide by 3, you get 1. Okay. I made a mistake somewhere. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. 4 1/3. I have made a mistake somewhere. Where is my mistake? Sorry, this is 5, 50. Okay, 50 divided by 25, you get 2 km per hour. So can you see that? At 150% is 2 km per hour. So remember, he's going to come back. The distance is 60 km. The speed is 22 km per hour. You want to find time. Time, the first time he goes there is 45 minutes. Now when he wants to come back, what's the time? Time, cover time, distance divided by speed. Distance is 60 km. Speed is 2 km per hour. 60 divided by 2, you get 30 minutes. So on going there is 45 minutes. Coming back is 30 minutes. You add together 75 minutes. Okay. Looking at you, I'm not too sure again whether you got it. Never mind. Okay, if you can't get it, I will revisit it another time. Okay. Sorry, we move back to this. Now, can we try this next one? Now, the formula for average speed, there is a formula for it. It is actually same formula, distance over time. But this has another word here. It's total distance over total time. That's the formula for average speed. Can you try? This is a formula for average speed. Putri, can you do Putri? You need to find total distance. You need to find total time. Oh, you've sent me something. Let's see, yeah. Okay, so now you want average speed. So you must, your answer is correct, but your unit is wrong. The unit is supposed to be Speed. Almost there, Han. Near, but not good enough. You cannot just add these two. It doesn't work that way, yeah? Yes, Putri, correct. And the unit, Ilhan, must be slash km per hour, like that. Okay, again, the formula is total distance divide by total time. You need to find what's the total distance traveled, divide by total time. Zahin, you try again. Hey, Putri, your answer is not correct. So sorry, you made a mistake. Sorry. So far, no one has gotten the correct answer. What is the total distance? Ask yourself. Okay, you tell me now. What is the total distance? Anyone know? 9, huh? So how do we know 9 there? He walked 3 km. He walked 6 km. So you plus together, get 9 km. That's total distance. What's the total time? Half an hour plus 1.5 hours. How many hours altogether? 2 hours. So you divide, that's it. 4.5 or 4.5 km per hour. Sorry, Putri, I miscalculated. This is the answer. Now, why do we have this? Yeah.
I saw the 1.5 hour is like 1.5 hour. That's why.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you all guys get it, huh? Now, total distance or total time. Now, what does it mean? Let's say, I give you an example. I give you a little bit disgusting example, okay? Now, you tell me what is the total time. Let's say now, this is from point X to point Y, and then it going to point Z. Mr. Asad, he's traveling down here. He take 2 hours. Travel from point X to point Y. And then he got stomach ache. At point Y, he went to the toilet for 1 hour. Berak lah, he berak. You know, what's the word for berak, right? I taught you before. Okay, later we'll test Farish whether he knows what's the English word for berak.
I know.
Then, you know, okay, don't tell him. Later we test him. Okay. Then the next time he spent another 2 hours down here. Now the total time down here, you must include the time he berak. Must. So the total time down here will be 5 hours, you know. You cannot say 4 hours. Why? Because you are finding the average speed. Average speed means, let's say the speed is average speed, you got answer down here, let's say 90 km per hour. It doesn't mean that every second he's traveling at 90 km per hour. No. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes stop. At the traffic light, you have to stop, right? So that's why we call it average speed. It is total time also. So yeah, I give you a very extreme example. By the way, Farish, you know what's the word for berak in English? What's the word? Can you tell us? Don't use the SHIT word, huh? Are you going to say SHIT or POOP? What's the word?
Feces.
Feces is tai. Feces is tai, you know. What is berak? Say, is this a maths class or English class? Well, this is a word normally I hear. What? Sorry? What's the word?
Pooping.
Pooping is a baby word lah. Okay, there. You remember not, Putri? You remember? What's the word?
Defecate.
Defecate. Wow, very good. Well done. Okay, why am I teaching you this? Because a lot of us, when we want to go to toilet, say, "Mommy, I want to go berak." You know, this is the English word is defecate.
I just say the S word.
Don't very rough. Say, Mom,
parents don't care.
Parents don't care. But you next time you be parents, you also need to say the polite word, you see. Right? Say, I don't want to be polite. Okay, up to you. Okay. Now notice, the problem sums get more and more complex. Can you see now? It looks complex already. So we're not going to go there yet. We're not going to get that. Let me go to some other questions. Okay. This one. Okay, you try this one. This is from my exam paper. Okay. First of all, you have to believe you can do this. Okay. No, I'm looking all the reaction. Only Putri looks stable lah. The rest, aduh. Okay, you try. In 1 minute, if you feel cannot, I'll ask you one by one. If you say cannot, we'll move on first. We don't go yet. Because maybe too early.
I don't know, Cha.
Don't know. Okay. Farish, how Farish? Zahin? No. Irhan? Akil? No. Okay, we will move on. We move on. We move on. Don't worry, you come back to this. Sometimes you are defeated by what now? Sometimes you are defeated. I think I might have told some of you the story. You know Harry Houdini? Have I told you about Harry Houdini? No. Okay, I just show you who Harry Houdini is. Why? It has something to do with what we are doing here. Okay, Harry Houdini is this guy. He is dead already lah. Harry Houdini is this guy over here. He's an escape artist. That means you can you see that? They're gonna throw him into like the river, no? They chain him up. Can you see that? And then, or sometimes they put him into a box or something, and then he will escape from it. So this is a story I heard of Harry Houdini. One day, they brought him to Alcatraz prison. Alcatraz prison is a prison in US no one has ever escaped. That's what they say.
It's in San Francisco, but then three people got escaped.
Escape, 3 people got okay. According to Yahan, 3 people, but it's very difficult to escape lah. It is a prison. People say you are stuck there for life. Anyway, what happened was they put him in a prison, and he says, "Look, you are so good at escaping. People can chain you up and throw you in the river. You can still escape. Maybe you can escape from Alcatraz." So they put him inside one of the cell, the jail, the lockup, and they left him there. And he was trying with all his keys. They were trying, and he couldn't escape. He couldn't open it. Finally, out of exhaustion, he collapsed on the door, and the door was open. You know why? The door was never locked. Now I do not know how true this story is, but it was told in a lecture to me now. And if that is true, so where was the lock? The lock was in his head, you know. So sometimes when you do a maths problem, actually the problem is easy, but you in your mind you say, I cannot do it. That's it. You are not going to be able to find a way out. Okay, so you got to make sure that you don't get stuck like that lah. Okay. Okay, we go back to this. Okay, go back to this. Let us see. Okay, can we just try this one first? This one is just time. It's a basic question, not difficult. It's just dealing with time. One part of speed. Can you just tell us what's the answer by messaging, please? Thank you. Anyone who changed this to 7 hours 50 minutes is wrong, huh? 7.5 hours is not 7 hours and 50 minutes, please, What is half an hour? You must be able to know. How many minutes is half an hour? Okay, you need to change this to
I know, Cha.
okay. What? How many minutes?
30.
Okay, good. Then you all can do already lah. Okay, you try. Can you message your answers? Oh, 9 of 5. Who is that? Okay, okay, let's see, Wow. Okay, they want your answer in 24-hour clock. No, you know what's a 24-hour clock? That means if it's 11 p.m. Okay, if it's 12 noon, it's 12:00. If 1 p.m. is 13:00. If it's 2 p.m. is 14:00. If it's 11 p.m. is 23:00. So I think, yeah, some of you writing 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, maybe you're talking about PM lah. Okay, we do together. Now, first of all, you have to understand what they mean. And this is Malacca. Malacca down here lah, let's say. He's traveling now from here to Malacca. He reached Malacca at 0425. You know what time it is? 4 a.m. in the morning. This is 4:25 a.m. Okay. So we have to go backwards lah. Why backwards? Because they asked what time he started traveling. You have to go backwards, you know. So now, and you got to go 7 hours, 30 minutes backwards. So we're going to try this now down here. 4 to 5, we have to go backwards. So down here now, this is 4:0425. 1 hour before, 0325. 1 hour before, 0225. 1 hour before 0125. 1 hour before 0025. Watch out, this is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. 0025 is 25 minutes after midnight. So now let's say we go back 25 minutes here. This is now, the time is 0000, which is 12 midnight. Now I want to go 5 minutes more before that. The time is 2355. Are you confused by this not? 2355. Who's confused? I mean, anyone confused not? Zahin, are you confused? 2355?
No.
All okay, eh? So 12 midnight is 20000. 1 minute before that is 2359, and 2355. Okay, this is now 30 minutes before that. Why am I bringing to 30? Because we got to go 7 hours and 30 minutes before that. So 2355, you must minus how many hours more? This 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 30 minutes. Just now we want 7 hours and 30 minutes. We got another 3 more hours. So we minus 3 hours here. You get 2055. 2055 is 8:55 p.m. But they want you to put as 24-hour clock. Are we okay? Okay, Farish, you got your answer correct, right? 8:55 p.m. But they want in 24-hour clock. So, Farish, are you clear of 24-hour clock or not? Or not clear? Clear? Okay. So, all right, right? Okay. I hope you all are okay. From your look, sometimes I do not know whether you're okay or not. So this one, the answer is 2055, is 8:55. But do you know why you need to do that? 24-hour clock is very difficult. Well, this is to avoid confusion. Let's say someone, hey, I meet you 12 o'clock. Then you come at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when it's supposed to be 12 midnight. So let's see. We move back to, Okay, now I want you to try. You are now Harry Houdini. I'm telling you, you can do this question. Okay, so we are going to go through step by step. So here we go. Peter and John, they started here. Peter, John. John is going to run this way. And Peter, he's going to run this way. Okay? They started from the same spot. This is the spot they started from. After 36 minutes, the distance from here to here is 7920 meters. This is the distance, So how? They tell you that Peter ran 3 times as fast as John. So that means John is 1 part, Peter got 3 parts. Can you see? John is 1 part. Why? Why John 1 part? Because Peter runs 3 times as fast, 3 times as fast. So that means this, sorry. The ink ran. Sorry. Oh, yeah. What happened? the ink, sorry, the is 3 times as fast. So down here now, if I'm going to draw this like a model, this one down here, I can cut into 4 parts. This one now is John's part. This one is Peter's part. So they ask you to find Peter's speed. Easy lah. You take 7920 divided by 4. Then you times 3 to get Peter's distance. Then you can find the speed. Why? You know that the time is 36 minutes. The distance you can find. Okay, can you please try then? Can you try? So when you send your answer, you must give them unit also. Oh, we got the answer. Sorry, I didn't see. Okay, wow, very fast like that, Shahin. Imagine if that's your answer. This one now, that means in 2 minutes he can run this fast, Shahin. If you say this is your answer, 5940 meters per minute, that means in 2 minutes he can run 11,000 plus meters. Not possible. You see, it took 36 minutes. It took 36 minutes, not 2 minutes. So something went wrong somewhere. Putri, your answer is close but not close enough. You got to find one part is how much? Do you all find one part? In fact, you are supposed to find Peter's speed, Peter is how many? You must find what is the distance from here to here. What's the distance? What's the distance? Then what's the time taken? Time they give you what? Distance you can find. So if you're unsure, take 7920 divided by 3. Divided by 4. There's 4 parts. So far, no one has got an answer yet. Times 3. So when you divide by 4, you get 1 unit. Times 3, then you can find 3 parts. You will get the answer here. I think it's 5940, is it? Oh, Akil is giving me the answer. 5940, okay. But 5940 is the distance from here to here. Yes, Putri, you got it correct. And then the time is 36 minutes. So what's the formula for speed? Distance divided by time. So take 5940 divided by 36. You will get
165.
Yes, 165 meters per minute. So was it that difficult? Actually not, no. When was the difficulty? You look at the diagram and in your mind say, what difficult? Or maybe, yeah.
This one is not the hour speed, right?
No, there because they give
60.
Yeah, no, because you see down here, so you got to really look at what the question is saying. Sometimes they want meters per minute. You see, why can't everything be kilometers per hour? Sometimes you want to measure the speed of, let's say, sound. You cannot use hour, you must use kilometers per second, maybe, or meters per second, depending on what you want to measure. Now, they're asking you now, how long they have to run before they are this apart from each other? See what sort of question it is. Yeah. Clue, find the combined speed. Combined speed, what is that? We're going to come to that in a moment. You combine their speed because they are both running at the same time, see? They're both running. I just show you, or you try first. You try first. We give you 1 more minute, 2 minutes. You try. If you cannot, I'll show you how to do. Okay, I'll show you how to do. If you're anyone can get, huh? You need more time? You know, when they are running, this John is running, Peter is running at the same time. So how to calculate the combined speed? I'm just going to show you on, but I will have to reduce it. Okay, let me just try to show you down here. This is actually the combined distance they run. Because this is the distance between the two boys, right? So this plus this is 7920. That's the combined distance. Time taken 36 minutes. Formula for speed, distance divided by time. Distance divided by time. So 7920 divided by 36. You try. 7920 divided by 36. What do you get? You will get 220, I think. You'll get 220, am I correct? Yeah. That means both of them can travel 220 meters in 1 minute away from each other, no? So that means 220. Okay. So now what you want to find? The question is saying, how long they want to find the time. Formula for time, time equals to distance over speed. What's the distance? The distance they gave you down here. What's the speed? The speed, this is a combined speed. This is meters per minute. Huh? So just take distance divided by this speed. You will get the time. And if you divide that together, you will get 58 minutes. Now, if you're confused, I am just going to explain on the board with another example. But I just run through again. When John runs here, Peter runs here. Let's say John ran 1 meter, Peter would run 3 meters. In 1 second, let's say in 1 second, John would run 1 meter, Peter would run 3 meters. Let's say 1 second. So in 1 second, the combined speed is 4 meters. So my question is, how far will they be? Let's say, how long will it take for them to be 20 meters from each other? Oh, I take 20 divided by 4 meters because that's the speed in 1 second. Oh, 5 seconds. You see, I go 5 seconds, 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters. Okay, down here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 plus 5, 20 meters. So now I'm going to explain this using something else, all right? So here we go. You must be able to understand now combined speed now. Okay, yeah. We try. Yeah. Cannot, it's okay, okay? Let's say now down here. From here to here, John travels 2 meters in 1 second. And then this guy, 3 times, right? He did 6 meters in 1 second. That means in 1 second, their speed in 1 second, 8 meters in 1 second, you know, because they travel. Now I ask you how many seconds they need to be from each other. Let's say they want to be 16 meters away. 16 meters away from each other. It's very easy lah. 1 second is 8 meters. 2 seconds. 2 seconds are 16 meters. Yes, another way of finding is you want to find time, right? Distance over speed. What's the distance? Distance you want 16 meters. Speed 8 meters per second. You get 2 seconds. Can see now. I'm giving you a very simple example here. Now let's say now no they want let's say 80 meters lah. How long will it take to travel 80 meters from each other? You want to be 80 meters. Okay, we take distance divide by speed lah. Distance you want 80 to be away from each other. Speed is 8 meters per second. Or 10 seconds. You need 10 seconds. So the same thing for this question. For this question is the same thing. Okay. Okay, let's see. Down here, same thing. Now down here, what is the distance? The distance you want to find is they want it to be 12760 meters apart. Then they ask you for the time. How many minutes will it take? Okay, in order to find time, the formula is time is equals to distance over speed. So distance you already got down here. All you need is one more thing called speed. How to get speed? You need to do combine, you know. Oh, no problem. You can find the combined speed. Why? They can travel 7920 meters in 36 minutes. Now you can get the speed, their combined speed. What's the speed? 7920 divided by 36. All right, that's your speed, which is 220 meters per minute. So you put it in 12760 down here. Divide by the speed, which is 220. You will get 58 minutes. Now, if you don't get it, it's okay. Sometimes when you go through things, you don't get it the first time. Then only to get it second time, third time, fourth time. Never mind, but you don't give up. Okay, don't give up, okay? We move on to the next question. Now I'm going to go to something easier. Okay, something easier. We have only 23 minutes left, so let us see. Okay, something we have done. Okay. Can we try this one? Okay, this from this thing here, you can solve the issue. So do you want to know what is the speed for the last 2 hours? Notice it's a little bit more challenging because this is like the third lesson on speed. So it's a little bit more challenging, okay? But we try lah, we try, we don't give up, okay? We don't try. Paris, okay or not, Paris? No, okay. Okay, let's see. All right, we see whether you're correct. Akil, in a moment, we give you 2 minutes more, and then I'll break down the question. Okay, thank you, Zahin. Let's see whether you're right. Okay, slash, I get it, no problem. Slash, hour, no problem. You 1 minute time before I explain. Putri, can do Putri? Okay, I give you a clue around here. Look, you want to find the speed here. What's the formula for speed? The speed equals to distance divided by time, right? So you have time is 2 hours. What you don't have is the distance. You need to find the distance, but you have the distance for the whole thing. You don't have distance from here to here because they want to find the distance from here to here only. Okay, this is the distance you need to find. So how to find this distance? Well, if you know this distance, you can take minus this one and get this one. Can you find the distance here? Yes, you can. Formula for distance, distance equals to speed times time. Oh, down here you got speed, you got time. Speed times time, 65 times 2, 130 km here. Okay. Well, if this is 130 km and the whole thing is 280 km, 280 minus 130, you get 150 km here. And the formula now can work. Yes, Putri, you've gotten it. So distance is how much? Is 150 and 150. Time is given for you. They even draw for you. Over 2. Answer is 75 km per hour. Again, you got to ask yourself how you were defeated. Were you defeated because you saw the diagram and say, tell yourself it's too complex, and therefore you say, I cannot solve? Do you break it down? So now, okay, this is something, this is like a mountain. Let's say a problem sum is like a mountain. You must break it down to small parts before you can climb up the mountain and conquer the mountain. Same thing, you got to read this question. It took 4 hours, okay? The journey of 280 km. You see? Then you got to write it in this like distance time graph. See, they have written for us here. Average speed first 2 hours is 65. So 65 km per hour, 2 hours. Okay, I write it down here. Second part, last 2 hours, 2 hours span. What is the speed? Do not know the speed. Okay. You must be able to draw this thing. This thing now will help you to solve the question, this thing. But if you don't have this, it becomes more difficult. From here, you know, oh, I want to find the speed. In order to find speed, I need distance divided by time. I have distance, no distance here, but I got the time. So I must find the distance down here. I got the distance for the whole thing. How to get this distance? Oh, this minus this one. But I don't have this distance yet. Can I find the distance? Yes, I can. 65 times 2, I get the distance. So you got to break it down, break it down. Now, mathematics teaches you about life, right? Actually, you're going to have a lot of problems when you grow up. See, don't curse us. No. As a human being, Allah sent you on earth. This is a place not for enjoyment. No, people in the West, they say, life is short, let's enjoy. No, this is a place of test. You are going to be tested over and over and over and over. Mathematics is your training for you to solve problems. You have a big problem, you break it up in parts. That's one key strategy. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, and some of the, okay, now, but I do not want to go here first, but let me see, let me backtrack. Backtrack whether I can backtrack somehow. No, this one's too easy. Try this one now, backtrack. Okay, can you try this? Faris, headache, Faris. Headache is only natural. First time you're meeting something, of course, because you just learn about it today and straight away I'm pushing you to higher problem sum. This is normal. Okay. I will help you to draw a model. You'll do. Question is asking you, how long did Raj take for the whole journey? You already know he took 30 minutes for this. You just need the time for this. If you have the time for this, you can just add them together. You just need the time for this. In order to find time, what do you need? You can find it then. You can find it. You need to find what is one part. This has got how many? 5 parts, 5 parts is 30 km. This is 4 parts. You can find the distance. What? You can find the time.
Mr. Shahid,
Yeah.
I thought we should find for the 4 and 4 out of 9, right? We should find the distance.
Yeah, you must find the distance. What's the distance? You must find the distance first, then you can find the time. What's the distance?
Is it 2, 4?
2, 4, let's see. One part, 30 divided by 5 gets 6. 6 times 4, 24. Well done. So the distance is 24. Good. Can you find now? Can you find this 24? Sorry. 24. Sorry. 24 km per hour. Good. So can you find a time? You have distance, you have speed, you can find time. What is the time? Someone has just given me the answer. Let's see. 9 minutes. For the total cannot be 9 minutes lah. Or 9 minutes for here. Let us see. Okay, let's find. Okay, come we do it together. Okay. Now let me, before we go through, you need to understand the whole thing. Yeah? He drove at 80 km per hour for the first four units. 1, 2, 3, 4. The speed is 80 km per hour. The distance we don't know yet. Later we'll find out it's 24 km. The time we do not know. All right. Okay, so now the next one now, they say he traveled the remaining 30 km. So the remaining is 5 parts. Because at first it's 4 or 9. So the balance must be 5 or 9, 5 parts. This 5 parts is 30 km. 1 part, divide by 5, you get 6 km. So this is 6 km. 6, 6, 6, 6. So this is also 6. 6, 6, 6, 6. So why would they put 3 say is 24? 6 times 4, you get 24 km. So distance here is 24 km. He took 30 minutes to reach the end. Now they ask you how long did Raj take to complete the whole journey. You need to take the time from down here plus the time from here, give you the total time. Time from here to here is 30 minutes. We just need to find the time down here. How to find time? Well, the formula tells you now. D over S. So what's D? We found out it's 24. What's S? 80. So 24 divided 80, let us see what's that.
0.3.
0.3. Yeah. Hold on. 24 divided by 80. 0.3 hour, no? So what is 0.3 hour in minutes? You need to times by 60. You want to change minutes to hours, you got to divide by 60. You want to times, find hours to minutes times. So how much do you get? Times 60. 18 minutes, not 9 minutes, 18 minutes. So now down here you take 18 minutes. Down there you take 30 minutes. 30 plus 18.
48.
48 minutes. That's how you do it. Now it's not so difficult, but as I said, the difficulty might be in your head. And this is the battle with yourself. Mathematics is about the battle with yourself. Okay? And in life, sometimes people who do better themselves, they give up, they can go gila. Some will suffer illnesses. Some will be very successful. So you got to decide what you're gonna follow lah. So are you all right? Are you all guys okay? I do not know. You look Farish okay no Farish? No response. Do not know. Ilhan how? Akil? Akil so maybe yawn. Putri okay, eh? Zahir okay, Zahir? I do not know. No response. No response means I'm worried lah. But I have to look at your response. That's why I need to see your face. From your face, I know how you are. So when the next lesson, I will make some adjustments. Maybe this is my too tough. Sometimes we won't know until we go through it. Okay, now let us try now. This one. Okay, this one. This is not the one. Where is it now? Sorry, yeah. We have another 5 minutes more. I want us to try to. This one here. Can we try? Hold on. It looks quite easy. Can we try this? And use a calculator, no problem. Well done, Zahin. First to come in, good. Once you know the formula, is easy lah. Putri, wrong unit. They give you hours, you know, down here. You put minutes. 10 minutes is too fast. Yes, correct. Putri, you got it well done. Be careful, okay? Because make a world of difference, no? Ilhan, well done. Farish, can do now, Farish? Akil, can do? Okay, we just give a little bit more time. Huh? Akil, well done. What's your unit, Akil? Good. Okay, to find time, distance over speed. Distance, you just add now, this one, 405 plus 515 is 920. 920 divided by the speed, 92. You will get 10 hours. 10 hours. Huh? Now, I'm just going to run through with you. So 10 hours, very simple. Huh? This plus this is your distance. Distance divided by your speed, you get 10 hours are finished. Halas. Now, there are 3 rules for mastering mathematics. You have to know these 3 rules. Okay, I may have told it to you. I've been telling it for the last 20, 30 years to all my students, whether they're in primary school, secondary school. Number 1, you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to have a problem. And this will become a problem for your problem sums. So there's 2 types of practice you need to do. One is called repetitive practice. What is repetitive practice? I'll show it to you. And there's another type of practice you call varied practice. I will show it to you now. If you do 1 and 2 and you believe in yourself, you are going to do very well for maths. Not very well like just pass, no. Very well like 80+%. So what is it you need to do? Number 1, believe in yourself. Number 2, you need to do certain type of practice. Like what? I'll show you now. Okay, let's say now you go, we practice like that. Conversion. Hours to minutes, hours to minutes, minutes to hours, minutes to hours. This is called repetitive practice. Can you see? That means you do similar type of questions. After a while, you'll be very fast. Okay, same thing. If I show you now decimals, this is now decimals at, let's say primary 4 lah, this one. Can you see now? This one change now to fractions to decimal, fraction to decimal, and so on and so forth. Reading of this. So all this is called repetitive practice. Varied practice. Varied practice. Varied practice is the one that gives you headache. This one is varied practice. You may not have seen the question before. They give you this question. Question number, this you do this question is a question of what? It's a question of whether you believe in yourself or not. Just like who? Harry Houdini. So if you don't believe in yourself, this part you are not going to be able to make it. You can pass your paper 50%, no problem. But can you get 80%? You are going to be dependent on your varied practice. So if you want to really do well, okay, this is what I'm suggesting. You practice some papers on your own. All those questions you do not know how to do, you message me before the lesson. But don't message me like 5-10 minutes before the lesson and ask me, can we go through the question? you got to message me the questions. Whatever is relevant to the topic, I can go through with you. Whatever is not relevant to the topic, I cannot go through because it's group tuition. Okay? You got any questions for me? Now? Anything? Nothing. Oh, want to go off. Okay, then we'll see you next week. Okay, at the same time. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye.